I'm finally doing another YouTube video. I am in the bathroom because I'm gonna be showing you guys how I do my hair care tips, like what I do specifically, and just like general routine alert for like general hair, good health, great. Let's go. So my hair actually used to be not that bright. It would only ever grow to about here-ish. And it was also very thin. I always thought that I had thin hair. I just was not giving proper care to my hair, and I wasn't finding things that worked for my hair types. Now, hair types are really, really important. Any oils you use, any hair products you use, any of the tips that I give you, they really depend on your hair type. Here is a chart for the hair types. For the longest time, I had no idea that I had a little bit of a wave to my hair. And so I would always brush my hair and it would get really like poofy and stringy. That's because I wasn't giving proper oil to the ends of my hair. After I brush my hair now, I will just drench my hands in some water and like do like a little scrunch just so the curls can get into the proper place and stay there without stringing up and looking horrendous. So how did I get my hair from looking like this disaster to what it looks like now and what it's looked like for a couple of years, which is thicker? I don't have thick hair, but I have good volume to my hair. Like hair care, I will let you know, is slower. It usually takes like a couple of months to to a year. And I do notice some people who try for like 2 weeks and it's like, you only did that for 2 weeks and hair does not grow that fast, nor does it like add volume that quickly. So my biggest tip is for these tips is to keep following the tips that I give you, like hair habits. Like try to keep doing them like as often as you can for like a couple of months. Again, everyone's hair type is different. Unless it's like really bad for a different hair type to do them, then I will state like, don't do this if your hair type is this. All right, what do I do? How often do I wash my hair? I usually wash my hair every other day to every 2 days. You have to know what type of scalp you have. Like if you have an oily scalp or a dry scalp, I know that if you wash your hair every day with either of those, it's not great. For hair masks and hair oils, I usually do them once every week to once every 2 weeks. For oils, my go-to hair oil is a coconut oil, just straight like from the jug. Like I just scoop it and I like put it in my hair, and also a rosemary oil. And I will let you know, there's a difference between diluted oils and essential oils. Never, for the love of God, don't put essential oils in your hair, please. Essential oils are extremely concentrated. They're like the most concentrated oil of like the plant that it comes from, and it is so extremely strong. You're gonna want a base oil. You have an olive oil in your kitchen and you have like your rosemary essential oil. Mostly have your container filled with olive oil and then a couple drops of rosemary extract, rosemary essential oil, and then you shake that shit up. Never put straight essential oil on your hair. But it is very easy to make your own oils if you don't want to buy an overpriced, over-marketed one. Okay, hair habits chat. Number 1, if you are doing this with your hair when you get out of the shower and you're going like this, don't do that. That's damaging. That will break hair strands and therefore make your hair thinner. If you have wavy to straight hair, that's really bad for you. If you have curly hair, go ahead and brush that shit. It's actually better for you. It's better for curly hair individuals to brush their hair while wet. However, for us wavy hair and straight hair individuals, do not brush your hair while it's wet. Our hair types are way more susceptible to damage while they're wet. And so if you're rubbing your hair with a towel when you get out of the shower, or you're brushing your hair when it's still wet, that will break your hair. Just don't do that, guys. I will genuinely research what brushes would work best with your hair type. Because like ones with really small bristles just ruin my hair. My hair and those brushes aren't. I know that wooden brushes are really good, and I really want to buy a wooden brush because wooden brushes stimulate scalp. They stimulate the scalp and therefore help regrowth of your hair, which in turn helps like thinness and also like just stimulating it so it grows faster. I don't believe hair actually grows faster. I think it just grows at the rate it's supposed to, and when you're not doing like healthy habits, it slows down the process. Just like your skin what you eat and drink matters, okay? If you're not drinking enough water, if you're not eating the proper nutrients that your body needs, your hair is also gonna suffer just as much as your skin would. Drinking water helps with the shine of your hair. Like if you're eating junk food every day and drinking soda every day and you're like, well, I'm doing all these steps and it's not working and I have acne, you're probably eating a ton of sugar and that's not helping. Just keep an eye on it. I love my sugar, but just make sure you're like getting your probiotics, drinking your water. You know, everyone says drink your water. They're right. Every now and then after my hair dries, I will take like a hair oil that I have and I just put it on the ends, like a couple of drops. You really don't want to be drenching your hair in oil, especially if you have wavy hair. Even if you have straight hair, I do recommend oiling your ends because it prevents the ends from splitting and breaking. You want that. Another good tip is to, after you're done washing your hair with your nice steamy, disgustingly hell hot water, make sure to turn it to cold. I know I don't like this sometimes. I sometimes can't do it because I'm like, shiver me timbers. I think most people know this, but like it's good for your skin. It's really good for your hair shine and just sealing everything in. So definitely recommend doing that. I'm gonna be showing you guys every product that I use and like how I wash my hair. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, here is my homemade hair oil that's just rosemary and jojoba oil. Sometimes I just say and I make a hair mask soup, and I will get like a cup or a bowl and I will mix the hair oil with, I use this shea butter or this shea moisture hair mask. It's pretty good. I love the Pheno hair mask that everyone raves about. It smells good. It's so good. So that's a really good option. I really like this one as well. I do prefer the Pheno mask, but I love this. I like to make my little hair care soup every now and then. I'm not doing it this time, but I would literally mix the coconut oil with like a hair mask with leave-in conditioner with like my oil, and I'll mix it up and just put it in my hair. Okay, so we're gonna start with one side of my hair. So I'm gonna start with the oil. Just put a couple drops all the way down. Make sure you get the back pretty good as well. You don't want to forget that. And each time you do this, you're going to want to rub it in. Make sure it's all mixed up as well. You always want to make sure you shake it. And I love the smell of rosemary. It's so refreshing. Part it as I go along. And I do the same thing, just a couple of drops. And you just want to do that all the way down. And then do that with the other side, obviously. Now that I'm looking like a grease ball on the top of my head, I'm going to put a little bit of oil in my hands and I'm just gonna run through. You really don't need a lot for the rest of the hair. Just like enough to make it feel like it's on there. I like to brush it out after I oil it. And for those wondering, I came here because I want to see how you style your hair. I just have triangle bangs that are longer than they should be. I literally have bangs that just end here and then kind of go down like on the side. And then I trim them with hair rollers and blow drying to do this. After I oil, this is something that not most people do. Most people use hair masks in the shower after they wash and condition their hair. I like to add some into my hair while I let the oil penetrate. And then I also do it at the end of my shampoo and conditioner. I usually leave it in for an hour to 2 hours. I would not recommend doing oil masks for over 4 hours, so I would really advise against sleeping in a hair oil. Unless it's covered, you're really likely to get facial acne and breakout. So I would do this like a couple hours before you shower, before bed. So I'm actually gonna go wait and then I'll come back and you guys will see me how I wash my hair in the shower. And then like what I do for like blow drying and styling and etc. Baby, yeah. This brand, OGX. I know some people don't like it. I love it. This one and also like the Magic coconut one is really good. I love coconut. I always use coconut smells. And I shampoo my hair once. You can do twice. If you have oily hair, you probably should do twice each time. Condition it really well and then use like a hair mask for 5 minutes after that. And then, yeah. Alright, I just got out of the shower. It's still very wet. I haven't dried it yet. If I have time, I prefer to air dry my hair. If not, I blow dry it. When it comes to blow dryers, it probably is best to have a heat spray to protect your hair from the heat. I don't do that. But if your hair is already damaged and you're working with damaged hair, I highly recommend, if you're blow drying your hair every other day, to use a hair protectant, because otherwise your hair will just continuously get heat damage. This looks goofy, but I usually just wrap it in a towel, because that way it's just squeezing the hair out and not like rubbing it. Once it's been in this towel for like 10-15 minutes, I take it out and I just let it air dry, or I'll put it in like a braid and let it air dry that way. This is the hair oil that I use, and honey. I think this is Japanese, I'm not sure, but I love the smell of it. This is what I put on the ends of my hair once it's like, when it's like almost dry. I just like put in a little bit. I'm gonna go blow dry my hair for this video. Blow drying your hair upside down increases the volume for when it dries. So I blow dry it upside down, and then I let it air dry up. Then I let it cool down a little bit upside down, then I flip it up and I like toss it around. Once it's mostly blow dried, that's when I'll brush my hair and then scrunch it up, since it still is a little wet. My hair is mostly dry. It takes a long time to dry. So I'm just gonna film the outro. If you guys want to see how I style my hair, I will definitely make a video about it. I hope you enjoyed all these little tidbits if you didn't know them already. Thank you for watching my video. And if you watched it all the way through, please leave a pear emoji or something. Anyways, GG's.